Well, here we are again, ladies and gentlemen, with another one of those stories that just seem to come about so often. These days, that's how serious this issue is, but we all understand that. Today's story is all about a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu tournament that took place in California last week. Of course, it would be California, where a woman ended up competing against a male identifying as a woman. Now, reportedly, she wasn't even told she was competing against this male. Imagine that, you're going to a sporting competition. Nobody's told you, hey look, by the way, the person you're competing against is a male identifying as a woman. Good luck. Crazy times, right? Now, the weight difference is another conversation. Taelor Moore, the female competitor, weighs around 135 pounds. The male competitor, Thomas McPike, weighs 200 pounds or around 200 pounds. Clear and obvious weight difference for clear and obvious reasons. We also have a video circulating of the two competing against each other where you'll see him take her down as you might expect. However, she actually manages to beat this male competitor. Amazing times, right? But before I show you this clip, if you could, make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video. Let's get into this video. So just judging by that clip, you would automatically tell that isn't a woman, that is a male competing against a woman. The body shape, the body size is very apparent. Well done again to this female competitor for winning against another competitor she really shouldn't be competing against, but here we are. Now, while she managed to beat this male, imagine all the other women who also weren't told they were competing against this male identifying as a woman and they lost but weren't recorded, right? I'm sure there's many out there. And this whole situation has caused a lot of controversy, especially with the whole sporting organization. The North American Grappling Association is actually apparently reviewing their policy. Redux go on to report. Video of trans-identified male competing against women in jiu-jitsu match sparks controversy. A female athlete was reportedly not told she would be competing against a male during a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tournament in California last week, prompting a policy revision from the North American Grappling Association. On September 12th, Brazilian jiu-jitsu athlete Taelor Moore posted a clip to her Instagram account with the caption, "I weighed in at 135 pounds and he was over 200. In the video, a much larger male with a braided hair steps up to the mat and engages in combat with her. Some responses congratulated Moore for managing to defeat her much larger opponent despite his significant physical advantage. That guy should not be allowed to compete, but she is amazing for whooping him," read one reply. The match took place during the NAGA Grappling Championship on September 9th. Redux has identified the male participant as James McPike, 29, who is currently using the feminine name Alice. While McPike lost to Moore, he took home silver in the women's absolute no GI intermediate category after beating out a different female athlete. So there you have it. As I said earlier, think about all the other women who have competed against this male athlete and have lost. Left is right, up is down, and common sense is hard to find. Following Moore's video going viral on Instagram, her coach Smitty Witt took the opportunity to defend his student in a video where he addressed the issue of trans-identifying males competing against women in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. "I have a student who went against a trans athlete in an open weight division for Jiu-Jitsu grappling, a combat sport," Witt said. "I'm sure a lot of people hearing this are thinking that my student lost. No, she won. But I have a really big issue at hand. This is a very serious topic," he continued. "In jiu-jitsu, we don't drug test. You can take steroids. Everybody knows this. It is what it is. When you step on these mats, you waive your rights to your life, and I had to gaslight my student." However, and this is the mind-blowing part, Foundation Chicago, a martial arts school where McPike trains, strongly disagreed with Witt and claimed that the trans-identifying males have no physical advantage over females in sport. What planet are you living on? Are you saying trans athletes shouldn't compete against cis athletes? Yeah. If so, say it. We disagree. Your student showed superior technique and looked slick as all heck against ours, and that's why she got the well-deserved win, Foundation Chicago replied. Beating a much larger trans athlete in short order demonstrates quite well that there's no crazy advantage for trans women against cis women. Say things with your whole chest, don't be merely mouth, and then discussions can happen. Congrats on being a great coach and on your student doing so well, super impressive. However, the controversy has caused NAGA to issue a statement on the situation. We are aware of an incident over the weekend where a transgender female competed in a women's division without prior knowledge of their transgender status. We have since updated our policy to require transgender competitors to contact us in advance so we can discuss and explain the policy to them, NAGA stated. NAGA does not require biological women to compete against transgender women. Instead, we give the choice to the biological women, and if they decline, they compete in a division only with other biological women. Oh, how nice of you. NAGA then provided a link to their official policy, which reads, for those who choose not to compete with trans females, we will inquire if they have an interest in entering a separate division which includes the trans female. The additional division will be offered at no cost to those competitors. However, if individuals decline the opportunity, the trans female will be directed to compete with the males in their respective weight and skill category. Yeah, so a lot to take in there. Right, a lot was said. You heard the Foundation Chicago come out and say, well, we don't actually think there is a physical advantage. We don't know what you're on. Yeah, we don't know what you're on about. I say again, what planet are you living on? You heard Taelor Moore's coach come out and say, you waive your rights to your life away once you step on the mat. It's a crazy thing, right? And apparently they offer the choice for women to not compete against men identifying as women. Very nice of them. I think there should just be a strict policy. Men competing against men and women competing against women. Seems very safe and fair, right? Then again, what do we know? One thing I do know is sports shouldn't be messed around with, especially when you're in physical combat. A woman could get a serious injury. Why should we play around with that? Why should we allow that to happen, potentially allow that to happen just because of how somebody feels and their individual truth? You can't put how somebody feels and their feelings above women's safety. It doesn't make sense. It's not a logical thing. I don't even know why I said that. You know, being illogical is the key theme in 2023 and seems like moving forward anyway. But the news surrounding this whole situation has actually prompted a petition to be created to try and make women's jiu-jitsu fair. Icon's Women send out this post on X. Breaking, several male fighters have been brutalizing women in the combat sport of jiu-jitsu at Joe Rogan. Safety of female athletes must be prioritized over the preferences of men. Save women's jiu-jitsu. And they attach not only a link for the petition, but also a video of instances where males have competed against women in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, so it seems that this issue has clearly gone under the radar within this sport. Now, they also attached Joe Rogan in that tweet because of his connections to MMA. Maybe they're hoping he can reach out to someone. I hope he does. That would be a great thing to see. He has a huge platform and a lot of his audience would agree with what we're talking about here, right? And I just do hope people take notice of this. Hopefully the women involved with this sport can also push for change. Maybe the woman who competed against this man, Taelor Moore, can raise her voice and be the Riley Gaines of that sport or something, because whilst it's good people outside of the sport can raise their voice and start petitions, it will ultimately come down also to the women involved with the sport, and it will take them saying, hey, look, enough is enough. We're not going to compete against men any longer, and then you will see a lot of change happen. I'm hoping positive things come from this, but leave your thoughts down below, ladies and gentlemen, on this situation. I'd love to hear them all. If you have enjoyed today, then please for me also make sure to leave a like rating. If you're new, hit that subscribe button and turn on bell notifications so you never miss a video. Share this video, but until next time, it has been your boy JD. Have a great day, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.